So if you own a business, I'm here with Kevin, who has Capital Creek Bookkeeping, capitalcreek.co. And if you have an accountant that maybe isn't helping you with your bookkeeping, or maybe you are doing your own bookkeeping, or maybe you have kind of an amateur bookkeeper inside of your own business, and you're ready to actually upgrade the caliber of accounting and kind of business systems or bookkeeping, Kevin is here to help. Kevin, now you're a second generation bookkeeper. You're not the typical bookkeeper. You're actually coming at this at a very systematized way to help businesses. Walk us through just a little bit about what's unique about Capital Creek Bookkeeping. You're there in Long Beach, Southern California, and just help us understand what's unique and different about you.
Yeah, I think that, bookkeeping has been my focus over the last 12 years now. It's been a part of my life for a long time, and I've really obsessed about the systems that get you from, either having no set of books, no financials for your small business, or maybe you already have a QuickBooks file, but maybe you're doing it yourself, or again, a bookkeeper you don't really trust, you don't really know what they're doing, they're not communicating to you. I've really obsessed with the systems of getting you from that point to a really consistent level of bookkeeping that's accurate. Something that I've noticed with other bookkeepers from clients, they just feel like their bookkeeper, doesn't really have time for them, will kind of ghost them out of nowhere. Maybe if you have someone's doing your books who's a CPA, it's clear that that's not a focus for their business, and they don't take it that seriously. And yeah, they'll email their bookkeeper and not hear back for quite some time. Well, that's not the case at all. We get back to you really quickly. We're always in the QuickBooks file, making sure things are accurate. So we've really systematized every level of this.
And so entrepreneurs are always good at going out and getting sales or executing and building things or doing what they need to for fulfillment, but identifying and implementing systems and processes for bookkeeping and financials. You just shared a story about how you had a customer that had thought their $8,000 invoice had already been paid, and they were trying to tell you about it. And talk to me just a really quick story about.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it really a lot of value for what he's getting. I mean, he thought that a $8,000 invoice from a customer had been paid. He said, "Hey, this has been paid, mark it off as paid." And I went in, because of the way we do everything, I was able to kind of see, like, I can't tie this in with your books. I don't think it's been paid. You point me to where it's been paid. Oh yeah, it's been paid. No, really tell me where it is. And then he looked at it again, it kind of kept bugging him. And he's like, actually, no, I don't know where that $8,000 went. And so he just completely misplaced it, thought it got paid. And because of that, he's now going to contact that customer and realistically identify that he never received that money. And so
you can't do that if you don't have the bandwidth. So what usually happens is you're either waiting till the end of the year, handing over some file to a CPA that you really don't know if it's a 10 out of 10, have you really done it right? And so it's a bunch of guesswork, so you miss it. Or it could be that your accountant and bookkeeper is more of an amateur and isn't on top of it and might be doing other things. If you don't have the bandwidth and systems like what you guys are doing, it's hard to catch that.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think one of the biggest things that you've talked about is when you are handling the bookkeeping for them, their staff, their admin staff, can focus better on AP. They can focus better on getting paid, invoicing, managing their people, leading their people, and doing other stuff rather than this monotony. And then talk to us about your pricing too. Like you come alongside people and deliver a high caliber bookkeeping system, and you're not trying to gouge them. And talk to us about how you're able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, again, because we've systematized everything and I know exactly what we do, I've laid out the Reliable Ledger bookkeeping system. It's a plug and play service, right? Done for you service that we implement into your business and then we take care of. That frees up your admin people to do other things and focus on other aspects of your business. You're not having to hire an internal bookkeeper, which frankly is pretty much overkill for any sort of small business that we would be working with anyway. We kind of come in and totally take care of the system that is bookkeeping that you do need in your business if you're going to take it seriously and level up and get to the next level. So, and we work in tandem with your CPA. We work really well with them. I've worked with plenty of CPAs in the area. We just take care of that whole process for you so you can focus on other parts of your business, managing your team, getting new sales. There's a lot of other things you can spend your time doing, and bookkeeping at this point is not one of them if you're using Capital Creek Bookkeeping.
Now, if they get the idea that maybe it's time to upgrade, or they're not sure if their books are a 10 out of 10, or maybe they're not sure if their internal bookkeeper's doing a good job, how do they start with you? You kind of do this consultation thing or an evaluation?
Yeah, so I mean, our goal is to get you from the state you're in right now, not knowing what's going on with your books and not really knowing, how things could be better, and getting you to a place where you have systematized bookkeeping on a consistent level. And all you need to do at this point is give me a call, 562-270-4822, or go to our website, contact us, fill out the form. I'm going to try to provide as much value as possible. No obligation at all. And so I want to make sure your books are in order, basically. That's where I'm at.
Well, thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it. Book a consultation, capitalcreek.co, and looking forward to meeting you guys.
Yep.